So most abstract paintings are bad, not because they're abstract, but because they're bad paintings. The only legitimate abstract expressionism is when a painting is based on hard reality and then departs from that. It can't just originate from one's imagination.
But abstract expressionism, it's disastrous to name ourselves. As soon as the word abstract comes into painting, it ceases to be what it is.
Abstract expressionism is something to call non-objective art. When art is new, we struggle to give it a name. I think it was Robert Coates who first coined the phrase with regard to American paintings a couple of years ago.
But it's just a label that people slap on our pictures to give them a sense that they understand them. Especially the critics. No offense, Clem.
None taken.
Actually, many of the so-called abstract expressionists are really abstract impressionists who've revived the dead style of impressionism. We keep the impressionistic manner of looking at a scene, but leave out the scene.
I am tired of talking about so-called abstract art.
Did you fellas hear about the self-curated show we're putting together over on 9th Street?
Yeah, Lee mentioned it.
We're hoping you'll be a part of it, Pollock.
I don't know. Lee wants me to, but I kind of want it to be her thing, you know? She has her first solo show coming up in a few months. This could be a good promotion for her, and I don't want to overshadow that.
Oh, really? I didn't know Lee has a solo show. Good for her.
But just consider it, Daddy-O, because having Jack the Dripper in the show will be a good promotion for everyone, including our wives.
I may not be the draw you think I am. Bill, I only sold one whopping picture at my last show.
Pollock, when I first saw the mural you painted for Peggy Guggenheim's foyer, I took one look at it and I thought, now that's great art. And I knew that you were the greatest painter this country had ever produced.
Hello, Helen.
Elaine, what are you doing here?
Helen invited me for cocktails. Am I early?
No, you're right on time. I thought it would be fun for us gals to get together since our men are colleagues. I figured you two knew each other.
Oh, we know each other, don't we, Lee?
Thank you for hosting me, Helen.
You're leaving.
Yes. Suddenly all the inspiration's been sucked out of the room.
You're gonna want to hear this before you go, Lee. I spoke with Bill and he told me that the men don't want to include us women in the 9th Street show.
What?
They're afraid if they do, the critics won't take it seriously.
Seriously?
I was counting on that show. We cannot let this happen.
I told Bill we would protest if we're excluded. Are you in?
Do you really think our squawking will make a difference? I used to organize rallies for the artists union. We need leverage if we want to make demands.
What kind of leverage do we have on them?
Ever hear of the Greek play, Lysistrata by Aristophanes? We can withhold our secret weapon until they agree to include us.
But that'll be easy with Jackson.
I'll speak to Franz's girlfriend and to Ileana, Leo Castelli's wife, and get them to join the cause. And you, Helen, have the most power to influence the great influencer. If Clem were to fight for us, we're as good as in.
Well, let me say chauvinistic as they come, but I'll see what I can do. Although, I really don't like the idea of withholding sex as a bargaining chip. I enjoy it too much, but perhaps I can use my other charm to persuade him.
And if that doesn't work, try giving him a blowjob. It worked for me with Harold Rosenberg.
Must you be so vulgar? And I thought the point was to withhold sex.
A blowjob isn't sex. It's considered foreplay. Everyone knows that, Lee. Our men are like little boys, acting out their impulses without thinking. It may work for painting, but not in real life. Their mamas raised them to look down on women as inferior and subservient to men, and then we spend our entire marriage dealing with it. They need to grow a pair and not be so threatened by the idea that women are their equals.
Could you put in a good word with me? With Milton Resnick and Franz Klein, there seems to be talk about not including women artists in the 9th Street show.
Huh. Is that what this is all about? You, because if you think that I'll use my influence, you've got another thing coming. I refuse to show any favoritism to taint my integrity as the foremost art critic in New York.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you.
Mm-hmm. Can't you at least pretend that you are not with me for your career? I know I'm twice your age, but I don't want to feel used.
I'm not using you, Clem.
No, didn't you just try to seduce me to somehow influence my esteemed colleagues to do something that I personally don't agree with either?
Oh, so you're saying the women artists don't deserve to show their work alongside men?
Women are in a different category, and they should have their own show.
Well, if you believe that, then you're more of an uncouth male chauvinist than I thought you were.
Who do you think you are addressing me like that? You're just a wannabe debutante dabbling in the art world on daddy's dime.
Well, Mr. Greenberg, it looks like you're not getting dessert after all this evening. Or tomorrow evening. Or the next. In fact, is it a no-fly zone until all the men agree to include us in their show?
How are you making ends meet?
Oh, somebody bought one of my pictures when we first moved out there. We lived for a year on that picture and a few clams I dug out of the bay with my toes. Since then, things have been a little easier, but we're still living hand to mouth.
Well, I miss my old drinking buddy. Not many people get me the way you do.
I feel the same, Bill. A real friend is someone you can say a sentence to, and they know 10,000 words behind that sentence.
Too bad our wives don't feel the same way.
Just being overprotective of their husbands.
Yep. There's nothing wrong with a little healthy competition. I remember the first time I went to your studio. Everybody said you were so good. But to tell you the truth, your work didn't look so goddamn good to me. But of course, when I got back to my own studio, my work didn't look so goddamn good to me either. Do you want something to drink?
No, I'm good.
Still on the wagon.
Yeah. I have no other choice. I found New York terribly depressing after my last show, but I am coming out of it now. I've really hit an all-time low with depression and drinking. New York City can be brutal.
So I guess you won't be moving back into the city anytime soon.
Probably not.
Well, you may have given up booze, but you still have the beauty of a dame to entertain you.
You forget I'm a married man, Bill.
That never stopped you before, Daddy-O. The word from the bird is you played backseat bingo with Peggy Guggenheim.
Didn't hear that from me.
Oh, so what do you think of Clem's baby doll, Helen? She is a tall glass of water, to be sure.
She's got a classy chassis, I'll give her that.
Oh, damn straight she does. She and I have a date with destiny.
I don't know how you do it, Bill. Elaine have lovers too.
Yes, yes. We both prefer it that way.
Then why get married in the first place?
Because when you meet someone you think you can't live without, you get married.
You don't get jealous. I may have strayed, but I don't think I'd be okay with Lee sleeping with somebody else.
Sometimes, but I deal with it. Elaine rarely gets jealous.
I guess you get the best of both worlds.
And still, I am not satisfied.
Oh, so you said there was something you wanted to talk to me about.
Oh, yes. I wanted to discuss the upcoming show on 9th Street. Have you made your decision yet?
I talked to Lee, and she really wants me to do it. But on one condition, that she and the rest of the women are included in the show.
I can say with certainty that Resnick and Klein will agree to include the women if it's a question of whether Pollock participates or not.
All right. I'll do it if that's what it takes to include the ladies. Just make sure you hang our pictures in the back and feature the up-and-comers, like our wives.
Oh, this is great news, Stereo. A win-win victory, both in business and in bed.
Can't believe the night's finally here. I just hope everything goes smoothly.
I'm sure it will. Leo knows how to handle any issues that may arise.
I do have one little issue.
Already? What is it, my dear?
I know we have an arrangement and everything.
Arrangement?
You know, our open marriage.
You want to change the arrangement?
No.
Because you're the one who encouraged it to begin with.
Yes, but I also know you enjoy your freedom as much as I do, and the perks that come with it.
Perks?
The young women you cavort with.
You're not seriously jealous, are you?
No, of course not. I just want everyone to know we're still married. That's all. You know how these things are. Suddenly everyone's looking at everyone, realizing perhaps they'd all slept with each other at some point. Because we only know a certain amount of people as a subset of society, and we summer together, and we winter together, and we talk all the same talk. You know, all I'm asking is tonight we attend as a couple. A celebrity couple, if you will. Like Bogey and Bacall.
Whatever pleases you, my dear. This is your night.
This is our night. So let's go together and come home together. Can we do that?
I think I can accommodate your wishes. Just for tonight.
Can you zip me up?
Come on, Pollock, get dressed. We're going to be late.
I'm not going.
What do you mean you're not going?
Am I not speaking English? I'm sitting this one out.
What? Oh, you can't do that.
Just watch me.
But you're going to let everybody down.
I gave them a picture for the show. I've done my part.
Well, what about me? Don't you want to go with me? It's my opening, too.
Baby, believe me, if I could just go as your husband, I would. But I can't, and you know that.
Why do you always have to make everything so difficult? Why can't you be more like Bill and just go with the flow?
You're welcome to go with him if you like. You can have a fucking menage a trois with him and Elaine for all I care.
So vulgar.
I'm sorry. You knew that before you married me, just like you know I like to drink.
You mean you're a drunk?
Whatever you say, Lee. Jesus Christ, just stop wasting your time trying to get me to be somebody I'm not.
Why are you doing this, Jackson? Tonight of all nights.
I can't handle the whole thing without at least a few drinks in me. Okay? I'd rather stay home.
Well, if you're not going, then I'm not. It's not worth you losing your sobriety.
Oh, I can't let you miss your own opening, Lee. You'd never let me live that down.
It's your choice. Either go together or stay home together.
Some people think that the light of the atomic bomb will change the concept of painting once and for all. The eyes that actually saw the light melted out of sheer ecstasy. For one instant, everyone was the same color. It made angels out of everybody. A truly Christian light, painful but forgiving.
I didn't know you were a Christian, Bill.
I'm neither Christian nor Buddhist. Spiritually, I am wherever my spirit allows me to be.
I'd like to propose a toast to the grand success of the 9th Street show. We all sell our pictures.
And to Helen, who looks stunning in that dress.
Why, thank you, Bill. Clem helped me pick it out.
Oh, I love this song. Let's dance, Bill. Come on.
Dance with me.
I don't think so.
Pretty please, just one song before we go.
It's fun.
Sure was. What a guess.
Oh,
Okay, looks like everybody's finally here. Fashionably late, as usual.
Glad you decided to join us, Pollock.
yeah, it wouldn't be the same without you, Daddy-O.
Really?
We should go now, if we want to view the show before they open the doors to the public.
Good. I may not stick around after that.
What a pity. Why not?
Well, I'll need a drink first then.
Pollock, you promised you wouldn't.
Just wanted to take the edge off, darling.
Not just one with you, Pollock, and you know it.
Okay, already. Then leave me the fuck alone.
Where are you going? Jackson!
Fine.
You don't know that.
I hope he isn't going to spoil the night for the rest of us.
What's an opening without a little Pollock drama?
Pollock? Pollock, what the hell are you doing?
I'm living it up. It's what we're here for, isn't it?
You're drunk.
And you're a fucking nag.
Come on. Please, Jackson, let's just go home.
Why? You wanted me to come. The party hasn't even started yet.
Do you really want people to see you like this?
I don't give a rat's ass what they see. They have no taste anyway. Clem, old buddy. How's that little honey treating you? Does she make you feel young again, you old coot?
How about a cup of coffee, old boy? What do you say?
I don't want any fucking coffee. Why don't you just both leave me the fuck alone? Bill, old buddy. Have another drink with me. What do you say?
I'd say it looks you've had enough, Daddy-O.
I'm saying I can't hold my liquor.
I'm saying you might want to slow down. The night's still young.
This is why I don't want to have kids with him. He's just a big troubled kid himself, who's more than a handful. Bring another child into this dysfunctional marriage.
Just keep creating art. Just keep creating. That's why you were born for. Not raising children. Let other women do that. You create life through your painting. Now, I know you might not be able to hear this right now, Lee. I believe that one day you will be recognized as one of the greats. No, not as Mrs. Jackson Pollock, but as Lee Krasner. You hear me?
Thank you, Clem. You know, I've always believed it's my destiny to create, to break through and to continue the upliftment of society in some way. But when I fell in love with Jackson, my energy went towards him to uplift him to become who he is today. It doesn't matter. The end result is the same. Jackson and I have built a wonderful life together out in the Springs. But it won't last much longer if he chooses the bottle over me. Like you say, I have my own career and I won't let him or anyone stop me from painting. It's my life's blood.
You deserve to be happy, Lee. Everyone does.
Damn you, Pollock! You're killing me, man.
I don't. How did this happen? You were only gone for a moment.
Some fellow picked a fight with Pollock in the man's lavatory just to give himself something to brag about to his pals and the missus.
Did any press see any photographs taken?
I don't think so, unless they were hiding behind the toilet partition.
For God's sakes, Pollock, what is it about you and fistfights?
A man's honor was at stake, and that man was me.
There's not much honor in getting your ass whomped.
Yeah, Lee, well, you should see the other guy.
Will you stop acting like a child for once? I can't take it anymore.
I'm sorry. Lee.
I don't want to hear it, okay? I'm sick and tired of your bullshit. You're impossible. I should just leave you to take care of yourself because I can't take it anymore, Pollock. I'm done. Do you hear me? Done.
Sorry, babe. You're right, okay? I'm wrong, baby. I'm wrong, and you're right. I'm sorry. Please don't leave me. Baby, don't leave me.
It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. I promise. Shh. Come on. Let's get you cleaned up. Come on.
But will he be okay?
He'll be fine. It's more of a bruised ego and wet pants than anything else.
I see.
I must admit, I find you very attractive, Helen. I have since the first day we met.
I'm sorry, I can't.
It's okay. Elaine won't mind. We have an arrangement.
I know she told me, but I mind. Plus, I'm currently seeing Clem, and I know he'd mind. So it's probably best that you mind your manners, Bill.
You're a genius, Helen.
Oh, I bet you say that to all the young female artists.
Only the ones who deserve it. You truly are a talent to behold.
I wish Clem could see that.
Fuck Clem. He doesn't deserve to be with a woman like you.
You know, that is what my analyst tells me. Do you really mean it? Or is this just your way to get me into bed?
Sleep with me, and you will find out.
Oh! I saw your woman painting. It's hanging near mine.
Yes. What do you think?
I don't know. Disturbing. Degrading to women. One can even perceive it as an aggressive and a violent depiction of a woman.
What? Come on. You cannot be serious.
Mm.
You cannot blame me for what you see. I am just the artist. I take no credit for the creation. It happens by itself, controlled by destiny. It is what you do when you paint. You take a brush full of paint, get paint on the picture, and you have fate. You cannot control it, just like I cannot control my feelings for you.
Did you hear? Leo just came back from the Cedar Tavern where he was with Alfred Barr, you know, from MoMA.
Of course.
And Leo listed everyone who was in the show, and Alfred told him he's interested in hanging all of our pictures in the Museum of Modern Art alongside the European masters.
Oh, that is utterly fantabulous, Elaine.
Well done, Leo.
This is it. This is big.
I'm going to find Clem and tell.
Oh, what were you two talking about?
Nothing, dear.
You weren't making advances on Helen just now.
Are you really just asking me that? What happened to our don't ask, don't tell agreement?
I'm asking. Was there something going on between you two?
Don't tell me that you are jealous. This is so unlike you, Elaine.
You know I'm not the jealous type, but I would like to avoid an awkward situation with someone I consider a new friend. Do you understand, darling?
Of course, dear.
So, did you?
Well, if you must know, I did make a pass. But she turned me down flat.
You scoundrel.
I seem to have lost my charm. I feel like an old fool.
You deserve it. You broke your word.
I'm sorry. You're right. You told me she is off limits, and I did not listen.
Typical of a man of your generation.
I don't mean to be a scoundrel, especially when it comes to you, Elaine, who I hold so dear. But sometimes I just cannot help myself.
Yes, and it's unforgivable. No other woman would put up with your shenanigans, and you know that.
My shenanigans? What about you? You're the one who benefits greatly from this open marriage.
Well, maybe I'm tired of it. Maybe I'd like to settle down in the Hamptons and pop out a few kids. You ever thought about that?
No. I thought you didn't want to have children. You know, I want kids.
That was just an overreaction last year after the miscarriage. Of course, I want kids. I just don't want to go through the pain of the loss and the disappointment again.
Well, if it means the pitter-patter of little feet, I'm open to closing this open marriage and being an exclusive couple again.
Well, let's start by attending tonight's opening as a couple, like Bogey and Bacall. Can we do that, please?
Of course, dear. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Good. Now, let's get ourselves another cocktail and celebrate tonight's good news.
That we're going to finally start a family together.
No, darling. That we're going to hang in the MoMA together.